Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 of the most haunted woods in the world. Starting at number 5, we have the Devil's Tramping Ground, North Carolina. The Devil's Tramping Ground is a mysterious, perfectly round and absolutely barren circle about 40 feet in diameter in the pine woods of Chatham County. Not a tree, flower or lonely weed or even a single blade of grass will grow in the limits of this circle. Seeds sowed there refuse to sprout, and any vegetation transplanted there will wither and die. And what's even more strange, any object left in the circle before dusk will have been violently moved outside its bounds by dawn. Dogs tuck their tails between their legs and whimper when brought near. The frightened animals will dig their heels into the sand, refusing to be brought into the circle. Men have tried to spend the night in the circle, but not one has succeeded and remained sane. Something they see on their vigils drives them out of their wits, never to recover, for the Devil's Tramping Ground has earned its name. It is said that is where the devil himself walks at night. In the tramping ground, the devil spends his nights pacing around and around in a circle, turning his bitter mind towards ways to bring the human souls to damnation. It's the scorching heat of his cloven hoofprints that kills the vegetation and has rendered the soil barren. He angrily brushes aside anything left in his path, his great strength easily able to toss aside even the heaviest objects. When he walks in his private spot on earth, the devil drops the illusions with which he disguises himself when he appears to men. In his natural state, the face of his fallen angel is so horrible, no man can see it and remain sane. The mystery of the Devil's Tramping Ground has been known since Chatham County was founded shortly before the War for Independence. From generation to generation, the story has been passed down, and despite efforts by the scientists to explain this barren patch of land, no satisfying explanation has ever been given. And at number 4 we have the Island of Dolls. Just south of Mexico City you can find a small island with a sad background, which never intended to be a tourist destination. The island is known as the Island of Dolls. It is dedicated to the lost soul of a poor little girl who met her fate too soon in strange circumstances. The area has thousands of people, but this small island is home to hundreds of terrifying dolls attached to trees of the forest. Their severed limbs, decapitated heads and blank eyes adorn the trees. The dolls are threatening even in the bright light of day, but in the dark they are particularly disturbing. It is said that the girl was found drowned in mysterious circumstances many years ago on this island, and that the dolls are possessed by her spirit. Local legend says that the dolls move their heads and arms and even open their eyes. Some witnesses claim they had heard the dolls whispering to each other, while others were on a boat near the island that said the dolls lured them to come down to the island forest. And at number 3 we have the Black Forest, Germany. Situated along the Rhine River, these woods are mountainous, vast and notoriously dense. Pine and fir do their best to block out the sunlight, which makes for a dim and dreamy environment, a sure magnet for supernatural beings. The hauntings of the Black Forest are straight out of your fairy tale variety. Curious folk come here in search of not of UFOs or aliens, but in hope of spotting ghosts and kings and queens, as well as werewolves, dwarfs, witches and magicians. Near the now vanished village of Wilmersburg, a headless horseman rides once every year on a great white steed. Wyburg Castle is home to a beautiful ladies, only seen at night, and a legendary wine cellar that no one has ever managed to find. There are also the Biden nymphs, who dwell in the murky waters of the Mummel Lake, sharing space with an undead king who is reputed to kidnap women and take them to his underwater lair. And at number 2 we have Derring Woods, Pluckley, Kent. The Derring Woods, also known as the Screaming Woods, are situated in Kent, England, between the villages of Smarden and Pluckley. They are reputed to be the most haunted woods in Britain, and they were given their name because many reports of people hearing terrifying screams coming from the forest at night, or footsteps and whispers during days of fog. The forest is said to be haunted by the ghosts of people who get lost in it. In particular, the locals mention a suicidal army colonel of the 18th century and a highwayman who was captured by the villagers, pinned to a tree and beheaded. Many from nearby villages swear to have seen black shadows following them while they were travelling across the forest. The wood is also famous for presenting one of the oldest Neolithic sites in the world. The woodland has been the centre of attention for this phenomenon for many years. On the morning of November 1st, 1948, 20 people from the Maltlands area were found dead, 11 of whom were children. The bodies were forming a massive pile of human flesh and they didn't present any wounds. Many reported seeing strange lights coming from the forest on the night of Halloween, when the massacre took place. The autopsies couldn't determine the cause of death, and after a few weeks the local authorities quickly ended the investigation, stating that the cause was carbon monoxide poisoning. This behaviour raised questions about the possible involvement of the police in the matter at that time. In 1964, private investigator Robert Collins conducted in-depth witness interviews designed to uncover hints about the alleged activity of an unknown religious cult in the village of Smardon. His research stopped after he died in a tragic car accident the following year. The Derring Woods was home to another mystery, when on October 1998, on the same night of 50 years before, 4 college students who were visiting the forest went missing after people from Prockley reported seeing figures of light similar to spider webs in the sky. Their bodies were never found, and after 3 weeks the police investigation stopped. And last on our list at number 1 we have the Okigara Forest in Japan. The Okigara Forest has the unfortunate distinction of being the world's second most popular place to take one's life, the first being the Golden Gate Bridge. Since the 1950s, Japanese businessmen have wandered in, and at least 500 of them haven't wandered back out, at an increasing rate of between 10 and 30 per year. Recently these numbers have increased even more, with a record of 78 suicides in 2002. In 2003 that record was beaten with a number of 105 bodies discovered. Japanese spiritualists believe that the suicides committed in the forest have pre-mated Agigora's trees, generating paranormal activity and preventing many who enter from escaping the forest depths. Complicating matters further is the common experience of compasses being rendered useless by the rich deposits of magnetic iron in the area's volcanic soil. Due to the vastness of the forest, desperate visitors are unlikely to encounter anyone once inside the so-called Sea of Trees, so the police have mounted signs on the trees reading, "Your life is a precious gift from your parents, and please consult the police before you decide to die." This does not deter determined people from committing suicide in this dense forest. Each year dozens of corpses are found by volunteers who clean the woods, but many are forever lost in the very thick woods. Japanese authorities have discontinued publishing exact suicide numbers in order to avoid making the place even more popular. Anyways guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll catch you in the next one.